So guys, I'm just doing basically a story on WhatsApp for recruiting. I saw a press release that you guys put out. So just want to get a demo of that portion of the product today. Got a couple questions for you around that too. So
Awesome.
let me,
And
let me
and Matt is your guy. So and I see
yeah,
he just joined too.
Hey, Chris. Good to meet you.
nice to meet you, Matt. Let me read just a quick opening from the press release, and I'll take you right into sharing your screen if that's okay.
Awesome.
All right. Hey everyone, so as part of our mission here at RegTech Media to inform you of new recruiting technology, we have Sense with us on the line today. They just launched an integration with WhatsApp for Sense messaging, which allows recruiters everywhere to easily communicate with more candidates on the platform enterprise employers prefer. The new feature allows for one-on-one conversations and broadcast messages through WhatsApp while leveraging the collaboration and intelligence built into Sense messaging today. So here with me to show off the product is Matt. He's one of their product guys. And Matt, let's go ahead and share your screen and take it away.
Cool. So I wanted to show you today our new WhatsApp offering for Sense messaging. For those that aren't familiar with the product, Sense messaging has a Chrome extension. That's the primary way that recruiters interact with it. That sits on top of their ATS system. It just makes it really easy for them to kind of contextually text candidates out of their applicant tracking system. So I'm going to go ahead and open the Sense messaging Chrome extension. The first thing you're going to see is that I have two phone numbers assigned to this account. One of them has SMS capabilities, and the other one has both SMS and WhatsApp capabilities. And we really expect that one thing that we see a lot is that recruiters want phone numbers that are tied to the specific regions that they're recruiting in. So in this case, for the demo today, I just have a US phone number for like my EMEA candidates. But if I was doing actual recruiting, I'd probably want to use like a UK phone number or one in whatever country I'm doing recruiting. Jumping in here, and you can see that this has like WhatsApp capabilities from the inbox indicators. Within this phone number, I have the ability to use both SMS and WhatsApp, and I have my conversations segmented in a way where I can see these different types of communications. WhatsApp has some limitations to the offering in terms of the business API. So one thing that we've seen is that different communication channel providers in different regions are really starting to realize that it's dangerous not to monitor the quality of traffic that consumers are receiving over their network. They're starting to see value in protecting their customers from like spam and scams. In the US, we've seen the SMS carriers look to counter bad traffic with like 10DLC registered campaigns and verified toll-free numbers. But one mechanism WhatsApp employs for quality control is they require approved templated communications for initial outreach by businesses. So once a consumer responds to communications from the business or sends them an inbound request, businesses can free text consumers. These templates are pretty flexible for outreach and can get approved quickly. But we wanted to make sure that our integration made it painless for recruiters to kind of navigate these requirements and still be able to have a conversational experience with their candidates. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a conversation here with, let's say, Chris Corrigan, one of my candidates from the ATS system.
Okay.
And you can see that because I don't have an inbound communication from this candidate, I'm not in a free texting window, so I need to send a templated message to do initial outreach. So let's say I'm gonna, this is a candidate who's currently on assignment, and I want to reach out about like potentially redeploying them into a new job once their assignment's completed. I'm gonna search for like my redeployment template, select it, and this is a template that we've submitted to Meta for approval, which, as I mentioned, is a pretty easy process. I can reach out with this fairly flexible template that allows me to do, it's going to pull the candidate's name from the applicant tracking system, but I can put in some like basic variables here and say like, hey, Chris, your placement with maybe they're working at Walmart is going to end next Tuesday. Would you like me to look into new opportunities for you? I'm going to reach out to this candidate that message is going to go out and resolve. And the candidate's going to get a WhatsApp message on their phone. And then if they go ahead and respond back, you'll see that incoming message comes in. And now I'm in a free texting window as defined by like WhatsApp, because this conversation is now contextual to the candidate's interest. And now I can send them whatever I want. We can have a normal conversation back and forth.
Okay. I got two questions for you, Matt, first.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one is the templates here. Are these shared across your client base? Are they specific for one client? Is it just generic templates you provide?
Yeah, that's a great question, Chris. So these are registered on behalf of each of our individual clients, but what we're doing is we put together like a template library of recommended templates that we know are really kind of good use cases and
Yep.
that we think like different customers are going to want. So during implementation, we're basically letting customers just go down the list, check any of the templates that you want, and provide us any additional ones that you're interested in. And these template approval turnaround times are pretty fast, like just like a day or two. So if they're working and they realize they missed something, it's fairly easy for us to go back and just get them more what's on their account.
Gotcha. And then secondly, does each recruiter have their own WhatsApp number within the company itself?
We can support some different configurations. Certainly we can support enabling different WhatsApp numbers for different recruiters. We can also, some customers in this space operate in more of like a franchise model where maybe they have like a specific hiring branch that they want to like share numbers so that people can cover for each other. We call that a shared inbox in sense, and like we can support that case too, just like we can with SMS. And we can also support, as I kind of showed you before, you know, if you're running something like that and you want your recruiter to be attached to multiple branches, we can assign them multiple WhatsApp phone numbers to cover those different branches.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Any other questions? Otherwise, I can show some other stuff too.
Yeah. Feel free to continue.
Awesome. So one thing I wanted to call out is note writebacks to these applicant tracking systems. This is a really kind of popular feature of the Sense messaging platform, is that all of your activity gets written back to your candidate database so that you can collaborate with other people on your team. You have that data for like compliance reasons. If you have maybe a recruiter that like leaves the company, the candidate doesn't walk away with the recruiter, and other recruiters from the company can continue to interact with them and pick up where they left off. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of show you what this looks like. We have this feature for SMS today where you can get daily summaries of conversations, or you can get notes in your ATS system for every single message that goes out. And we're going to basically support that same thing for WhatsApp, where similar to how you can have like a note action that gives you the SMS activity of a conversation, you'll be able to configure like a note action for the WhatsApp activity of a conversation too. So you can see those interactions side by side on the candidate profile.
Gotcha.
In addition to like note writebacks, another feature that we support in SMS that we'll definitely support, that we support in WhatsApp as well, is what we call broadcasts, but it's basically a blast. So as you've kind of, one way that a lot of people are using our Chrome extension is they pull up these different search lists in their ATS systems. And then we have a grab numbers from screen functionality where someone can just pull all of the phone numbers off of a list and add them to their outbound message. I'm not going to send to all of these people right now, but for the sake of demoing this feature, let me just put in a couple of specific people to send this out to. So I'm going to send out to Chris again, who I messaged earlier. And I'm going to reach out to this candidate, Stephen Soley, that I found in the applicant tracking system as well. For a broadcast, because I don't know if the session is going to be open or not, and really this is an outreach type of action, I'm going to use a templated message for doing this outreach. And maybe I want to invite these people to a job fair. So I'm going to look for my job fair template, pull that up, and send this templated message. Once again, I'm going to fill out these placeholders. Maybe we're having a job fair on next Friday at 6 p.m. And we'll be hiring for warehouse worker jobs. And I can send this out and I can invite this whole list of people to come on by. As you can imagine, this is pretty useful if you have like a pretty good targeted list of talent that you're looking to do outreach to for some of these specific use cases, as well as if you're just like sourcing and you have like a new job that you have a bunch of positions to fill and you have a group of people that you think are going to be a good fit for. Jumping into like one of these other like broadcasts that I sent recently, you can see that you get analytics for these different broadcast events. And specifically, I can see, hey, this message was delivered. And I think one question a lot of people have is what happens when someone doesn't have a WhatsApp phone number? Now, like if you think about the different regions in which we plan to do this, in which we think that this WhatsApp is going to be highly adopted, it's really Europe, it's Latin America. It's these countries and these verticals where I think the recruiters are going to have a pretty good idea that their candidates have WhatsApp and are using it as their primary system of engagement. But you may still get some candidates who are like prefer SMS or another channel and just don't have a WhatsApp enabled phone number, or it's not the one that's been provided in the to the recruiter previously. So here I can see that this person, Steven, who I tried to send this broadcast to, the message was undeliverable because this person didn't have a WhatsApp number. And I can actually do the same thing for like one-on-one messages too, where I reached out to Steven earlier with a one-on-one message. And once again, I can see that his number could not be found on WhatsApp. And this is a good cue to me that I should go and send an SMS message to this person instead and follow up using that channel.
Gotcha. Do you have a sense of in Europe and other places where WhatsApp is popular, do recruiters primarily go to that first or they go to text first versus like the US here?
Yeah, so what we've seen is that in most of Europe, as well as a lot of Latin America, WhatsApp is really the primary system of engagement for candidates. And I think that that's the important distinction here is like really what we want to do is empower these recruiters to get really good candidate response rates and times, as well as to provide a good customer experience to their candidates. In order to do that, they have to hit them on their primary system channel of engagement. So if your candidates are texting, you got to text them. If your candidates are on WhatsApp, you got to WhatsApp them.
Yep.
If they're using something else, like as we expand to other parts of the world, maybe at some point we'll decide to go after like China, and then we would need WeChat. So I think it's like just one of those things where if you're reaching out to candidates on their channels where they're not using, you're going to get poor candidate response rate, and you're going to get a bad candidate experience.
Yeah, I guess WhatsApp is a verb now. Go WhatsApp them.
Cool.
Cool. Anything else you want to show us?
No, that's all I had for my demo today. Do you have other questions that you wanted to go over?
I think that was covered them all. Let me just look at my notes here. Is this is part of the overall product, right? You don't have to buy it extra or anything. Is that
Absolutely. So like the way that we're selling WhatsApp, basically like what Meta has done on their end is they've pinned the cost of providing WhatsApp in different countries to be similar to the cost of providing SMS. So what we've done is we've taken like our SMS bundles that we're selling internationally, and we've just made it so that they become SMS and WhatsApp bundles.
Gotcha.
So it should be really easy for customers who are already planning on doing like international texting to use whatever channel makes the most sense for their candidates.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate the time today, Matt, and thanks for the walkthrough. That's very helpful.
Awesome.